What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? This water not even cold. This water. This water been in this car so doggone long. Oh my goodness. What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all already know who it is, your girl B. Not gonna be on here forever and a day, not gonna take long with this conversation, but I think this is something that needs to be said. And it's so crazy that you even have to say this. Hey Christina, what's going on? What's going on, my loves? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? But gotta address something. Gotta address something. Hey Steve, gotta address something that happened to me last night. Okay, so I went and heard some live music. The chick that I roll with, I work with, she said, Bridget, they got this young guy from New Orleans, local artist. He's really good. He plays the guitar, live music, good feels, wine, you know. So I said, oh, that's up my alley, you know. So we go. So I'm sitting on a little stool, you know what I'm saying? And this man comes, sits on the stool next to me. Now take note, I'm vibing to the music. You know, he's singing John Legend. I'm vibing to the music. And I watch him watch me, but you know, it is what it is. So he comes sit next to me and he busts out, I'm here to get you. I'm here for you. I said, you here for me? I don't know you. He's like, no, you're going to get to know me. I said, no, I'm not going to get to know you. He was like, yes, you are. I said, no, your wife already got to know you. The ring biggest cuff on your finger, sir. The ring is big blow. I mean, you can't miss the ring. And yet, here you are talking about you coming to get me. So you move your hand, talk about some man. Ain't nobody trying to talk about that. Yes, we are. I'm trying to talk about it. I'm trying to talk about it. And so he says, you don't even know her. I said, the problem is you do. The problem is you know her. I don't have to know her. So he's like, I ain't never he was like, word pretty much in so many words, you worry about the wrong thing. You need to worry about you. As long as you straight, you ain't got nothing else to worry about. I said, I am straight. I said, the thing is, I don't need you to be straight. I don't know what's going on with this generation, and I need to say this loud and clear. I don't care if you don't respect your wife. I don't care if you don't respect your old lady. I am. I'm going to respect her. I'm not talking to nobody's husband. I'm not talking to nobody's boyfriend. And there's no conversation you need to have with me. Anything you need to talk about, you need to talk about it with her. And if you got something that we need to discuss, call her and let all three of us talk. Let all of us have this conversation. If you so comfortable, you know what I'm saying, where you want to have a conversation, but you married, then that obviously means you wanted me to get to know your wife too. She must be a great person. So let me go smile in her face. Because see, I don't know what has happened, but I really have to say this when it comes to women. These men comfortable doing this because we feel like as long as they disrespecting her, it's all right for us to do it. When we don't realize that maybe they will respect them if we stop helping them. I don't care what you do, your old lady. But you ain't gonna get me to help you do it. You're not gonna get me to help you walk over another woman and break another woman's heart. I don't care. You can't tell me you're not happy. You can't tell me what she don't do, because you ain't about to have that kind of conversation with me, because whatever she doing or whatever she not doing ain't got you to divorce her. And you don't need my help to do that. And it's easy to tell me what you think I want to hear, to get my attention, to think that it's going to work for me talking to her. Let me tell you something that I did, and I'm straight up. There was a little dude a couple years ago. Seen dude was a handsome young man. Roll on Facebook, I saw his Facebook. So I inboxed him. I'm like, I think you're very attractive. Would you love to have lunch sometime? Dude wrote me back and said, thank you for the compliment, but I'm married. Boom. Right there. A couple weeks later, I seen him and his old lady together. And I knew her. I didn't know her. I knew of her. And we followed each other on social media, and I never knew that was her husband. But guess what? I inboxed her and asked her to call me. She called me and I said, I'm calling you just to say this. I reached in your old man inbox because I thought he was attractive, but I didn't know that was your husband. So from woman to woman, I'm coming to you and let you know that I meant absolutely no disrespect to you. And I respect your position, and I respect your title, and I never want you to think that I was going behind your back knowing that he was a married man. And that woman said, never in a million years would I ever thought you'd have did that. She said, but my husband already told me you reached him. And she said, and I didn't think nothing of it. She said, but I have a lot more respect for you. I said, baby, I didn't know that was your husband. And I would have never played those type of games. Because see, I don't need nobody's man. And I'm here loud and clear to be a woman that stands against this foolishness that women around here saying, like it's all right to mess with somebody's husband, like it's all right to mess with somebody's old man. I don't care what you say. I don't care what he do. You can only be accountable for you. And you should have enough dignity and respect about yourself to know that you can have your own man. And guess what? God is not sending you somebody else's husband as your husband. We have come to a place where we got so comfortable telling ourselves what we want to hear to make us feel better about things we know we shouldn't be doing. And it bothers me. You know why it bothers me? And this is no shade to none of these dudes on my page. But let me say something, and I'm going to be straight up honest. A lot of y'all is dogs. Walk over good women. Trample over good women. Okay? Step on her, treat her like trash after she been there for you and forgave you and took your crap. But you know what makes it worse? Is they got a crazy woman who know exactly what that feel like, willing to help you do that to another woman. I have been too hurt by men to turn around and help a man do that to another woman. How could you know the pain of being in love with somebody and they mistreat you and help somebody do that to another woman? For the life of me, that will never make sense to me. Ever. You feel like because somebody else don't care about the person, that gives you the green light not to care. As if when you go to heaven, God gonna ask you about them. No, God gonna look at you and say, why did you? Because let me tell you something. Adultery is an act. Okay? And don't think just because you're not the married person that you're not committing the act of adultery. See, we done said so much stuff to make us feel comfortable in our wrongdoing. That's why we be like, well, I'm not the married one, so it don't matter. Yeah, it matter. It matter. Because the act of adultery means you committed it with him. Which means you were in the act of the adultery. You were a willing participant. And we done got so comfortable trying to tell ourselves whatever we want to tell ourselves about being. We're messing with people we know got somebody. That's just a fact. At the end of the day, you too grown. You're too grown to pretend like you don't know right from wrong. And it's over. I'm over the pacifying grown women. I'm over. Let me tell you something. I'm not with that neither, Miss D. You said how you get them is how you lose them. That's necessarily not true. And I'm going to say this with all due respect. God puts grace and mercy on everybody. There can be a woman right now who's with a man who actually was sleeping with him when he got with somebody else, but really is sorry, really turned their life around, and God may show them grace and mercy. And guess what? Or they may stay together, that don't mean that they're not going to be punished. That just don't mean they're going to break up. You don't know how God is going to put his wrath on people. My thing is, I don't care what God does a person, because I got to pay for the things that I've done. So I'm not coming down on you to make it look like you worse, because one thing we love to do is we love to harp on certain sins. So when people out here committing adultery, we like to jump on them and make it seem like, oh, they're so bad. Guess what? But a liar is just as bad, a thief is just as bad, and everybody else is just as bad. The only problem is a liar and a thief gotta own being a liar and a thief, just like you gotta own messing with somebody, man. And I'm not gonna ever build a platform comfortable enough for somebody or man to be smiling in my face. I'm not gonna build a platform where it's all right for me to be kikiing and shoo-shooing with somebody's husband. Because let me tell you something. You don't have to be sleeping with him to be cheating with him. See, y'all think that it's innocent, or we just friends. Let me tell you something. A lot of y'all who just friends with these dudes, y'all the side chick in training. Okay? You just building up to get there. He ain't smiling with you and trying to get your number and be all in your face, but can't tell his old lady about you, and you think that is all right? No, you a secret for a reason. And he's building up the momentum with you to make you believe it's all right. Because if y'all was so innocent and it was no big deal, why his old lady can't meet you? Why you ain't coming trying to get to know her? You a secret for a reason. Because he, first of all, know not to play with his old lady like that. Secondly, he ain't trying to just be your friend. But we all right with that, because we all right with playing with another woman household like we don't know what it feel like to be a woman first. At the end of the day, you don't have to respect your wife, sir. I'm a respecter. I'm a respecter. You know why? Because she's a woman like me. And she may not be perfect, but so I'm not either. So you can't come up to me talking about her and saying how she don't do this and how she don't do that. Baby, I'm not trying to hear that. Because she doing something while you staying there, while you're married there, while you laid kids there. So she's something. And guess what? She may be a whole lot more if she wasn't with you. If she wasn't sitting there trying to love a lying, cheating dog, maybe she would be more. Maybe she would have more. But these grown men who got wives and got girlfriends should not be comfortable hollering at y'all. They comfortable because we comfortable. We comfortable because it ain't us on the other end. Oh, but ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Latasha, let me tell you something. You say you don't know how they falling for that? The same way half of us fall for the stupidity we fall for. Let me explain something to you. I never saw a woman more foolish than a woman in love. And I don't care what side of the fence you on. You could be the wifey, but you getting played for a fool too. Because half of them wifeys know that their husbands is dogs, but you feel like you have a leg to stand on more because you got a title. But ain't no way. Your title shouldn't come with respect where he could keep on cheating on you, lying to you over and over, and keep coming home. And you think because you not the side chick that makes you better to let a man walk over you. It's not all right for a man to walk over you on no side of the fence. Because the sideline could turn around and say, if you was, he obviously ain't that much of a husband if he coming here. Respect comes from knowing when to stand up for yourself and knowing when you worth more. And not letting them think that you another one of these flunky little chicks out here that they could just play with. I'm not your dummy on no side of the fence. None. But you want to know the truth? Let me tell you the truth. One thing that people don't want to be honest about, especially women, is loneliness. We embarrassed about actually saying that. But most of these women who messing with these dudes or staying with these men is because they lonely. And no woman wants to not have nobody to love her and hug her and be with her and fight through this thing called life for her. And some of them feel like if they don't care how they gotta get it, even if it's your man, they need something. But when you need somebody else to validate what you need to be giving yourself, you're gonna be searching for that for the rest of your life. You're gonna be searching for it. At the end of the day, ain't nothing wrong with wanting to be loved, but you gotta know what you give to yourself that somebody else can't give you. So when they ain't there, you still got something. Too many women feel empty without friends and without men and without somebody else because you looking for them to fill a void that's supposed to be only given to you from you. Yes, there's a part of me that love a man, but there's a part of me that love myself. And he can't give me that. But at the end of the day, ain't nobody husband come and talk to me. Ain't nobody boyfriend come and talk to me. I got too much respect for other women for that. I know what it feels like to try to hold a household together. So at the end of the day, no, you can't come smile in my face and you got a wife and kids at home. You ain't got enough money for both of us. You can't take care of this home. You got to go take care of her house. And take care of that woman. And if you so unhappy, you need to go do what you got to do to be happy. But you sure don't need my help to do it. At the end of the day, I can't help you hurt another woman. And I won't help you hurt another woman. And I'm not going to raise nobody and be around people who talk that foolishness. And let me tell you, I'm going to end y'all with this. Let me tell you something. If you look on Shade Room a couple weeks ago, T.I. went off, supposedly, right? About people talking about Tiny. He went off about people talking about her butt and how fake it is and how she looked funny with all the surgeries, right? And everybody was like, well, maybe people will respect her if you respect her. Why does your respect come from somebody else's respect? So since her husband not doing right by her, you think it's all right for you to not do right by her. So if he messing over her and y'all messing over her, I mean, well, damn, she ain't got a shot in hell for somebody to respect her. If the husband ain't respecting her, the women on the street ain't respecting her. I mean, shoot, a woman ain't got a shot. If she can't turn nowhere to get respect from nowhere, from nobody. And we wonder why we love to put it like, oh, you don't trust them. Oh, baby. We in a world where people calling each other sis and brother and sleeping with each other. We in a world where your best friend sleeping with your old lady. That's what we live in. When I get with a man and I'm in love with him, my job is to reassure him that I'm not one of them. So he can know that he can be comfortable and secure here. That he ain't got to worry about me spreading my legs to other men and smiling in their face and disrespecting him when he's not around. That's my job. To make sure he knows that his spot is solidified and certified. And I have no problem with letting him know that. We play too many games like we don't know what this thing is and what it look like. And then you won't play the innocent or play victim to somebody who you know. But we have come to a place where cheating ain't no big deal no more. Messing with somebody's husband ain't no big deal. And that's been going on. Our grandparents didn't believe in divorce. No matter how much grandpa cheated and made children, he had 2 separate households. Wherever he laid his head was his home. And that was cool. It was cool. It's been this thing that's no big deal. So now we're not in competition to have our own man. We in competition to be first in his life. So, okay, I don't want just you, but I want just you, but if I can't have just you, let me just make sure I'm number one. And then we got some that don't care if they're number one. They want to make sure at least they're number two. But then they talk about the women who's number 3, 4, and 5 as if it's better. I'll be the other woman as long as I know I'm the only other woman. That's where we at. That's where we at. I don't want a man so bad that I want your man. I don't want a man so bad that I want your man. I have too much respect for women. I have too much respect for the struggle of a woman, the suffering of a woman, the fight of a woman, the forgiveness of a woman, the warmth and the heartbreak of a woman to help somebody break her down and know that her heart is on the line. I have too much respect for her. And I actually want her relationship to work. So you get no help from me, sir. Because there's too many people, too many grown men who try to talk to women and have talked to me, and I know you got wives. I know you got old ladies. Half of y'all be bold enough to turn around and try to holler at the girl, and you got a Facebook page with your wife on there. The wife, the family, the dog, and the goldfish. You got the pictures from Easter when y'all dressed alike, and you in somebody's inbox. Because you believe you can. Because you believe you can. Well, you can't over here. You can't. And please believe me. You slide in my inbox and try to play with me one too many times, I'm gonna ship the messages right to her. We get disrespected too much from men to help men do it. We get disrespected from men too much to disrespect other women. I think it's come to a point where some women really feel like they ain't gonna find nobody. Let me tell you, truth is, we outnumber men. But for every 5 women, there's 1 man. So statistics show in the African American community, a lot of women will end up being single. That's just by number of the population. Even if we went outside of our race, we outnumber men greatly. So to the women who want to be in a relationship, is like a race. And so when you finally get that person that you feel like you love, or they love you, you hold on so tight because you feel like the race to get somebody is just too much, too long, too tiresome. So then you find yourself being with somebody or staying with somebody who don't love you, don't respect you, but now you holding on to everything but love. So that's why you hear people when you say, why y'all got married? Oh, well, we've been together this long. What that mean? Why every time somebody asks why you got married, y'all bring up time or years as if that solidifies, that means the moment has came. Oh, well, we've been together for 8 years and we've been through so much. Does that mean that you need to be married and need to be together? Because nowadays, too many people are together for everything but true love, honesty, and respect. You're together for the bills. You're together for the years you've been together. You're together for the kids. And I don't hear nothing about intimacy. I don't hear nothing about romance. I don't hear nothing about understanding. I don't hear nothing about communication. I don't hear nothing about love. I don't hear nothing about honesty. I don't hear nothing about completing each other. I don't hear nothing about goals driven together and pushing each other to be better. I don't hear nothing about God. I don't hear nothing about the standards and the foundation you need to make it later. So now we just doing it to be doing it. without true principle. And that's why sometimes it's easy to just treat marriage any kind of way. But if that's what you want to do, you could treat your marriage any kind of way. Sir, you could treat your old lady any kind of way. You're just not going to do it with me. You're not about to do it with me. And before you look up, after you try to talk to me, while you trying to play on your old lady, I 9 times out of 10 to be the one to read you so much where you curse me clean out. Because when I looked at that young man and he told me that he was trying to holler at me and I saw his wedding ring, I gave him so many choice words that young man didn't even want to sit there no more. Baby, go home to your wife. And you need to have enough respect for her to respect her while you're not around her. What's the point of marrying her? Take your ass home. And I'm not smiling or smirking when I tell him. And don't tell me nothing about her. Don't tell me what she ain't doing. I don't care. Go home. Do what you gotta do. Don't smile in my face. And I'm gonna say it with a boot in my mouth. Y'all too friendly with other people, men. Y'all too comfortable with other people, old man. I walked in the party one time and it had some men on the sofa over here, some chicks on the sofa over here. And you know what I said? I said, okay, how y'all doing? I said, who you belong to? And the man said, what you mean? I said, who you belong to? He's like, what you? I said, who, old man? She said, oh girl, that's my husband. I said, okay, that's what I mean. How you doing? That's, baby, my face is down. Boom. Hi, this is my husband. This is my husband, Eric. How you doing, Eric? Bam, head down. I don't need to be all the Eric face. How you doing? Oh, that's a nice, no. Eric is spoken for. He don't need no friends. He don't need no extra. He don't need to see all 32 and the 2 wisdom teeth that got pulled. He don't need to see the gums. He don't need to see the rest of my cavities. He don't need all that. I'm down. I'm here. I'm boom. Okay, Eric, that's good. Nice to meet you. Boom. And I'm out. What I gotta sit and laugh for? And every time he tell a joke, I'm boy, you ain't so fun. Bye. No, sir. No, ma'am. You ain't got no reason. Ladies, you are beautiful, uniquely, and wonderfully made by the hand of God. Okay? And if you want real love, God will send it to you. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting to be loved. Stop letting the world make you feel bad about not wanting to be alone and be by yourself. Some people need to go through that loneliness to get themselves. But once you gain who you are and know what you want, ain't nothing wrong with wanting somebody to walk through life with you and be there with you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I got 2 kids, bills, job. I just bought a dog today. Don't tell my daughter because it's a birthday present, but I bought a dog. I got bills. I work 12 hours. I'm in the community. You think I won't do that by myself every day, all day, 24 hours a day? You don't think that I want somebody to wake up to that say, you know what, babe, get you some rest. I got it. Babe, I got these bills with you. I got this life with you. I'm praying for you. I'm here for you. You think that no woman don't want that? But I don't want it any kind of way, and I don't want it from somebody else's man. He's supposed to be giving that to her. And many times the reason his marriage is falling apart is because the energy he's supposed to be putting into her, he's trying to put everywhere else. If you ain't giving 100% at home, you can't say you working on it. When you walk away from a marriage or when you walk away from a relationship, you should be able to say, I did everything I could to make this work. I did everything I could. I tried to go to counseling. I tried to understand. I tried to talk. I tried to this. I tried to that. You can't say that you giving it your all and you talking to somebody else. I don't care if you talking to somebody and only giving them 10% of your time. 10% of that 10% you giving away, you need to be putting in your relationship. And if you not, that means you ain't putting in 100% to make it work. Maybe that 10% that you're giving away is what was needed to save your relationship. We talk so much crap trying to make ourselves feel better about things that we know is wrong. Period. We know it's wrong. Do it right or get out of it. Simple. But you don't need my help. And you ain't getting my help. So, sir, Sir, Mr. Wedding Band wearing, don't come talking to me. Go talk to your wife. Go talk to her. Because I don't care if you don't respect her. I respect her. I don't call her sis just because it's a title.